さあさあ、まだ幕は開けたばかりだよ僕。嘘だけどね。
I've been that piece, don't test me. Only I dream, no friendlies. All of my G's unfriendly. None of my fees want ending. Sheesh.
1, 2, 3. Yo, what's up? What's good? What's good? What's good? What's good? My name is mewmuse, and I'm back to play more BioShock. That dope game about sinking planes, finding yourself at a dark tower, and then it's filled with the Illuminati, just everywhere you look. And I'm going to talk about the Illuminati today at some point. But we're going to get in here. When I last left you off on Dragon Ball Z, I believe where I left you off was I killed the 3 people, and then I think I'm going back to Cali. I think I'm going back. What am I doing? I'm leaving Fort Frolic. I killed 3 people, and then I went and I did something. I don't really remember. It's been a while since I played, but I'm going to leave Fort Frolic, and they're going to catch me up on where we are in this story. And at some point, we're going to... You have not rescued or harvested any little sisters on this deck. You need Adam from them to become more powerful. You should not leave without getting more Adam. Okay. So I got to go back to Epstein Island. Demonetized right there. God dang it. And I'm going to go get some little sisters. Or I'm going to go to college. And I'm going to get some little sisters. I didn't know I could do that. Alright. Vending machine. I'm going to heal. How do I heal? Okay. How do I heal? That's how I heal. Alright, I've not gotten any little sisters on this map. We're gonna look for maybe a couple minutes. And then... Hold on. And then that's it. Okay. I'm really low on ammo. Does the vending machine have ammo? Maybe I should go back and grab some shit. I'm gonna just try and beat him down for now. Come at me, homie. I don't know if I could block. Mine. But hopefully you've been good. How you been doing? Happy April. I quit my job, so I don't have a job now, so that's a little bit concerning, but honestly, fuck it. You know, sometimes you just gotta quit. I got tired of my boss always riding me on little shit, so I was like, yo, Teach, I'm gonna leave. She was like, leave then. I was like, I think I will. She's like, alright, you want your money now? And I was like, I do. And I got my last paycheck, and then that was it. It was very somber. Yeah. Whoa, dude, these guys have a ton of fucking health. I kept thinking that was like something involving me. Get me out of here, dude. That's lame. I'm about to skip out on little sisters, dude. I need some little sisters in real life. I don't need them in a video game. I need a harem in real life. If I could transport to any world, I need like a good world. There's a couple strong worlds that would be probably in my top. This is probably just as hard as music for me. If I had to list like top people, I'd probably have to do top 100. I don't think I could just do like top 10. Maybe I could. Depends on how, if I'm talking about just in general as far as skill, I could do a top 10. But if I'm talking about like my personal It'd be difficult. But there's a couple worlds I will hop to in the anime life. I would definitely be down. First off, I would be down to reincarnate into Dragon Ball Z as a Saiyan, as one of the top people. I'm not gonna just be a random normal person in Dragon Ball Z. Could you imagine being reborn into Dragon Ball Z and you have your memories of the past life and you're just some regular dude? That would be the worst, bro. I would immediately find Master Roshi and be like, train me. And he'd be like, you got no skill. I'd be like, I got some skill for sure. Train me. And then I just end up as Yamcha, dude. I don't even think I haven't watched Dragon Ball Super, but did Yamcha even, has he shown up? Is he just gone? Being a normal person in Dragon Ball Z would be the worst. So Dragon Ball Z, if I could be reborn as a Saiyan, I don't want to be anything else. The only tough ass Namekian is Piccolo. And then Pycon. I wish they would have brought Pycon back. He was one of my favorite characters. But for whatever reason, they decided that out of all the recurring characters in the world, Pycon deserved to not recur. He's just forever dead. I would have brought him back. I also would have brought Garlic Jr. back. I think they should bring back some of the old heroes instead of constantly giving me fucking Beerus and Frieza. Frieza has a black form, which is insanely funny because my friend, he was like, dude, if Frieza would just fucking train, Frieza would be the greatest in the world. And then Frieza got Golden Frieza. And then I don't talk to that friend anymore, but just like somewhere he's so happy. And then Frieza became Black Frieza by training in the hyperbolic time chamber, which I haven't read, but I looked up and I know he's even happier. And that pissed me off because I was like, dude, Frieza is kind of such like a whiny character. Like, what a terrible concept for a character. The Namek, the Frieza arc, the Namek arc, whatever. Top tier. Let me listen to this real quick. Okay, anyway, like I was saying, which is more important, the fucking Namek saga is amazing. What is shooting me, dude? But, yo, calm the fuck down. But then after that, I mean, Frieza is like, why did Akira have to keep, like, bringing back old characters and making them, like, not completely evil? Frieza was supposed to be, like, the definition of evil. And first off, I'm never going to take you serious again after you get swamped by future Trunks like that. You got an upgrade, and you just got your ass handed to you. Instantly, may I add. But Frieza was supposed to just be like forever evil. And instead, Frieza's like some anti-hero. Cell could have been an anti-hero. Cell was like pretty respectful in the Cell saga. And you got Majin Buu. He's just an overall nice guy, but I don't know why Frieza's the one. Like, because Frieza never trained, and I guess Cell has a ceiling, but Cell, he perfected himself, and he didn't fucking train either. Cell probably has the same exact ceiling as Frieza, because Cell could have just goddamn decided to train, and then he would have been like Black Cell. I would much rather see Black Cell than Black Frieza. Because Frieza's just supposed to be evil, not just show up and be like, donk donk, I knocked you out, look how strong I am, and then disappear into the fucking night. Or you could have just invented a new character. I mean, you did, but like, I guess Frieza was just super popular, that's why he brought it back. He knows more than me. Alright, how am I gonna kill this guy with no health and shit? Let me... But I don't know. I would have liked to see PyCon come back. But anyway, being born in Dragon Ball Z, if I'm not a Saiyan, is some whack shit. But if I could be a Saiyan, that's my first pick. That's absolutely my first pick. And then I would be down to go to the Overlord world, mainly because I have a crush on Albedo, and I'll take Shalltear as well. I don't care. She's fine as hell. She could get taller. It's not weird. Don't look at me like that. It's anime. You don't understand. If you haven't been watching anime since you were a kid, you would never understand these things. I would love to be born in Re-Monster, which I don't think's gotten animated, which is a little fucking weird. But it's a super dope manga, basically about a guy who gets, I think he gets stabbed in his real life, and it's just the real world, like any of us. And then he's reborn in a fantasy world where he's reborn as a goblin. And then at some point, it's kind of like that time I got reincarnated as a slime, which I would also like to be reborn there. But he finds out that he can absorb things. Not like the slime, which just literally absorbs it, but as a, whoa, dude! But by eating it. Why are they so strong now? Can you run, dude? Like, move your body. This guy is clearly not on our team. Oh my fucking god, bro. I'm gonna smack you in the face as soon as I get back. But he figures out he can take the traits of things in that world. It's a fantasy world, so just think Final Fantasy. That he eats. So if he eats a plant, he kind of gets the properties of the plant. And if he can eat anything, which is like the dopest part. So if he eats a sword, he finds out at some point he can eat like hard materials and just like suffer through it. I don't know what he does to get that job done. But he just motherfucker, dude, motherfucker. I may as well just kill myself. But anyway, obviously the more you eat, the stronger you're gonna get, and then he ends up just getting super motherfucking strong, and I like it a lot. And he also has sex with some bad bitches, dude, like nymphs in the forest type shit. And I also approve of that. I like that type of attitude, because you gotta have fun. If you're gonna be in a different world, you gotta have some fun. Uh-oh. I lose. Fuck it. Whatever. I basically just want to be strong and have like a fucking harem. I would be down to go to Nejima. We're all gonna get older. We've grown with each other. I'm younger anyway, so it's not like I'm doing anything weird. I got like a classroom magic, bitch. Oh my god. That would be one of my top picks, because he's also super strong. Shadow and Eminence would be good. That time I reincarnated as a slime. I haven't watched JoJo yet, so I don't know what JoJo's on, but seems to be a lot of trouble, and there also seems to be a lot of people in that franchise that would just piss me off, even if I was in that franchise. Like, I'm not trying to go back and forth with you, Dio. I mean, I'm not as nice as JoJo. Like, I'll probably just kill you, like, straight up. Before you even get a chance to go powerful, I will... Oh my god. Oh, I don't get any Adam if I fucking transform the guy. That's really shitty. Alright, I don't need Adam. I'm just gonna continue playing the game. Fuck it. Where am I going? I haven't seen any of the JoJo's. But I'm not really feeling that whole, like, me going back and forth with you and you doing some like weirdo shit in front of me and I have to figure out a way to contend with it. I'd rather just fucking have powers myself and then have a bunch of bad bitches. Kind of like real life, but real life is boring and I don't want to always be doing that type of shit, so I want to be able to fire like a firebolt if I want. That's the main draw. The bitches are just extra. I don't give a shit. Get me out of here. It'll be fire. What other good anime worlds could I go to? If I got to pick. I could just straight up go to a hentai, but I mean, I need some powers. My humble, non-thirsty fuckboy pick would probably be Mushishi. If I had to pick something that was just like normal and I couldn't just have the whole entire world at my fucking feet, it would probably be Mushishi.
Watch yourself. Ryan's stirring. We best keep to our knitting. It's time to either run the table or go home empty. Ryan's got the genetic key to Rapture. We get that from him and we get out of this hellhole. We don't, then you and I are ghosts.
I'm one hit away from dying, dude.
To Ryan's office and kill the son of a bitch. It's time to finish this.
Oh damn, alright, well if this is like the end of the game, then I may as well try and go get some Adam. I don't want this video to be like 15 minutes.
Cohen's lost his touch, if you knew him well. But he used to believe in work, and struggle. Now, he rots in that Neverland, waiting for someone to come and tell him he still got it.
Shit, man. Still got it. I still got it. Mushishi would be cool. I could be a wandering medicine man. And just help people. You know. I wouldn't mind that too much. I can't go anywhere else. Can I use my mouse to get somewhere else? Oh, I gotta do that. Alright. Or a Space Dandy. Space Dandy would be kind of fire. Just getting in hijinks with the boys. Chilling at boobies, but not really getting play. But just constantly seeing something different and experiencing something new. Maybe one of those two if I had to be not shallow about it. That'd be cool. But mainly, I'm trying to like have a harem and superpowers. I don't give a shit about the shallowness. I would appreciate that type of stuff. If I'm to be reincarnated, and if you're listening, God, then I want to be in one of those harem worlds with superpowers. All the strongest ones. Oops, I'm dead. That's where I want to go. I need to be overpowered from the very fucking beginning. Yep, should have done that. Alright, let's wander around for a little bit before we kill the boy. Oh man, would that be nice. And I just finished Bakido. And I thought that it was going to be the whole entire thing, but there's a part 2, so I don't know. I want to see Mushishi fight Ogre, but I guess I'm down with the ninja guy, who I don't really know anything about, fighting him. Every character in Baki is pretty fucking sick. Now I gotta watch Freyren. And after Freyren, I don't know what I'm gonna watch. Maybe something new. Maybe something old. Oh! Jesus Christ, bro. Why the fuck did that take so long? Reek, baby. A lot of dope shit to watch. I gotta watch some new shit too. Definitely. And I don't know if I said this, but this leads into one of my little notes. Is one... I'm gonna fuck you up. Yeah, look at that. One Piece live action is actually not bad. I don't mind it. They're gonna have to do it at a fucking insane person's pace. But I'm liking it so far. Everybody seems like they're into it. Oh shit, I shouldn't have done that. And they care about it. I'm actually really enjoying it. I've been enjoying motherfucker, dude. I'm dead. I've been enjoying all the live actions coming out, despite what people say. I thought Yu Yu Hakusho was pretty good. I'm happy it was in Japanese. Making it English, I guess, would have been a little weird, but they could have probably done it. Cowboy Bebop, I liked. One Piece is definitely the best one, I suppose. First season, I didn't think it was the best one, but now that we got more into it, definitely the best one. I guess Avatar got canceled, maybe? I haven't seen that shit come out. But that's not anime. Hector Rodriguez. But One Piece is also like weirding me out. Because I think... No, I've been in here. And now I'm about to... Hey, I'll do it. I want Lilith though. And the Succubi. And Lilim and all that. I think our golden era is over for anime. When it was like just ours. And it wasn't anybody else's. And then at first you got made fun of. Like you would tell a girl you watched anime, and then she would say cartoons, and then you'd be like, damn, I really like you, but nah, they're not cartoons. You should definitely accept that for what it is, because I will argue if you keep saying that type of shit, and then we're never gonna have a chance together. We finally got out of that period where now girls play video games and they watch anime. And it was a golden era for all of us. But then streaming took off. And I'm not hating on streamers, but it's not hard to tell that it's slowly becoming Hollywooded. Not that it's their fault, but that Hollywood just, you know, comes in and fucking ruins everything. And after something becomes Hollywooded, it is not too late after that to where, here's one. To where it starts to become political. And I guess that I missed the wave of everybody online talking about how political One Piece is. I don't know what I was doing, dude. I was just going through shit at work. That was my politics, and it was god awful. But I guess it's not like a new development. But I think One Piece is officially the start of anime being politically geared towards... Hey, bitch. I'm talking about something. Being politically geared towards us. Not so much me. I'm in my 30s. But, like, kids. And young adults. I think we're starting to get into that era. And it's sad for me to see. Because I like anime a lot. I've been watching anime since I was, like... maybe, like, 5 years old. So it sucks to see that. But I think One Piece is the start. And I don't want to go on a limb and say that Oda is like complicit in this. But to be fair, and I like the guy. I mean, Miyazaki hates Americans, and I know for sure he would hate my ass. But I still like Miyazaki. But I feel like Oda might be complicit in this whole thing. I mean, Japan, even though they never fucking talk to us, they're still like very political over there. I mean, I'm in the camp where the I mean, they've been doing assassinations just like the rest of the world. Who came through and did a little thwack on me and killed me right there? And I don't know. I forgot if I researched it or not. But didn't the Yu-Gi-Oh guy, wasn't his death a little bit weird? Or did he save someone from drowning? I don't remember. I have it confused. I don't know if it was like a conspiracy theory behind it or not. I don't know if he saved someone from drowning and died drowning, or he like died in a bathtub. I don't fucking remember what the facts were. I'm gonna look that up. No one better kill me. I may as well. I have a fucking smart device next to me. How did the creator of Yu-Gi-Oh! Die? This isn't going to do anything against or for my point. Or it could, by drowning while attempting to rescue a riptide-stricken U.S. soldier and an 11-year-old girl. Damn, bro, what a badass. So it was that one. He was later found by the Japanese Coast Guard with snorkeling gear, having sacrificed himself to help others. Attempting to rescue. Yeah, you can't. That's not a conspiracy theory. He's just a fucking badass. But someone did get assassinated in Japan, and I feel like, I mean, since Japan is still under our thumb, even though they hate the fuck out of us, it's not a far leap to say that all of these quiet Japanese men, because it's Japanese culture, aren't deeply political. I mean, I think we tend to look at the Japanese like just being like easygoing, nice people, but anime can still get pretty. First off, we know they hate us. Second off, how do I get back to where I'm going to kill that guy? And third off, they're not above doing things for certain political parties because they have a benefit. I mean, there's something to be said about so many mangaka not really revealing anything about themselves. Like, that speaks volumes in and of itself. So, I mean, I can't put anything past it. I'm gonna still have the benefit of the doubt and say, like, nah, he's a good guy. I like him. He's my favorite. But, it doesn't really matter, because now that the United States has its hands on it, it doesn't matter how he feels about it, because now we have it. And when America has it, then everything is up in the air. We do whatever the fuck we want. It's America. Are you gonna stop us? You can try. It's not gonna happen. But you can try. We'll just take something of yours. I'm sure you got something we want. We did come from the English. We're gonna get something out of it. But I definitely feel like anime is going to start becoming political. And then One Piece just happens to fit like this narrative of everybody is accepted, everything is good. But also at the same time, don't forget to rebel against the government. We love everybody here, but also don't forget to fight against the power. And I think it's that weird line of like us having problems and then wanting them fixed and being willing to fight for those things that makes it perfect to use against us, because it's like the message benefits us at the same time, but you never like it when someone hijacks the message, and especially if they can do whatever they want and slip in just like little subtleties. You're never really too sure what's going on, and it's that confusion that makes it an issue. Because it could be like just random ass people who think that Luffy is like a good fit for freedom, because he is. That's like the whole entire point of the character. But then when you start tying it to actual real life political events and then real life messages that kids and young adults are receiving, then that's where it starts getting a little weird. I'm from the school of, I watch anime, and yeah, there's some deep shit in here. Like, you could find the Sephiroth and the Jewish pantheon of beliefs and all that stuff. You can find motherfucking sacrifices and weird occult knowledge and fucking Eastern chakra and chi, and you just look a little bit deeper and you're like, damn, this is all like super real stuff. And you can also find like legitimate food recipes that make girls feel like they're getting felt up by tentacles and then want to have orgasms. Or a guy that's power is his nose hair. It's anime. But it hasn't really ever been as fucking at the forefront as it is now. So I feel like One Piece is just gonna be that way. and it's just so mega political. One Piece, in my opinion, I don't like one. As far as the shonen manga are concerned, how do I get to where the fuck I need to go again? One Piece isn't my favorite stylistically, but I do believe that One Piece will end up being like the holy bible of anime. First off, because it's so long, there's something to be said about length, regardless of how well it's written. But it also follows a lot of, aside from having so many conspiracies in it, it makes it very political because it follows all of the telltale, like, it's just biblical. In essence, it's biblical. It's long enough and it has enough information in it and enough that you can dissect and pull from. And it's this grand story about everything that the government and the Bible sells you, and then everything we use to fight back against these types of things. It's biblical. It's going to end up being the Bible of anime, and I do think that's why... Get the fuck out of my face! I do think that's why it was prioritized above everything else, because I don't think that people in boardrooms give a fuck about anime. Let's see, how old am I? I am... Ugh, that's disgusting. I am 30... I'm about to be 34. I look good for my age, thank you. Hopefully I continue looking good. But I'm about to be 34, and my peoples are in game studios right now. But I don't think we're in boardrooms yet. I think that's the generation... I'm born in the 90s. I think that might be the people born in the 70s and 80s. I think they're still the majority in the boardrooms. You give it another 15, 20 years. No, you give it another 15 years, and I feel like it's going to be more... We're going to have more, like, true fans in there. Kind of like how comic books works and shit. So I think it's still early. I do think it's, like, mainly political, why it was fucking greenlit so fucking hard. And then they're, like, not letting it fail. Like, they're putting so much behind it to make sure it succeeds. That's the ice room, dude. How do I get back to this motherfucking chamber? I think because it is going to be like the holy bible of anime. And wow, yeah, that was actually pretty fire. I think it's being prioritized, which is sad for me, but I mean, you know, whatever. Sorry, I'm reading this. You gain a little extra health for snacks and bandages, increased damage when you deal cameras, boss turns. I'll grab that, that's 20. I don't even know why I'm buying these things, bro. I don't even give a fuck. I mean, I'm at the end of the game, dude. I don't give a shit about this stuff. I think this is, since it is going to be like the holy bible of anime, I think this is the beginning. This is, we're definitely globalizing in some sort of way, but I feel like this is where they're going to start, you know. It's going to happen. At some point it has to happen, because Japan is still our ally. Even if they hate us, it has to happen, where they start making anime that sometimes is geared towards certain things. They'll just pay somebody. I think most anime is still written first as a manga, and then it's made into an anime. I don't think it's popular for anime to just be made outright yet, but we'll see that more, I'm sure. And then we'll also, Disney is already making anime style things. That's a fucking red flag right there. Even if it makes sense, it's cool to see Disney do that, but still, there's always people on both sides. And You could just have someone write something at this point. People are good enough at manga, and it's old enough now where you could have someone write something and have it be greenlit before the person is even. I just think it's gonna happen. It seems to be going in that type of direction. It's that type of world. It's that type of wackness. But One Piece is still godly. Very fucking good. Let me get this too. Let me just get one of these shits, I guess. I'll get a combat slot. Dope, dude. I didn't even have a fucking combat gene to use. Get me out here. Get me out this place. I need to go kill Ryan or whatever his name is. How do I get out of this motherfucker, bitch? I think this might be the way. Hector? We'll see. One Piece is you gotta. I wonder what's gonna replace One Piece. You think he's immediately gonna start writing something else because he doesn't want One Piece to end? So when he finally has to end it, because he can't tease us forever, he just starts writing something new. He just starts writing the story of Gold Roger. That seems like the most accurate tale. To just then give us the backstories of all of these characters that were part of Young Whitebeard. And then Gold D. Roger and Davy D. Jones, and Joy Boy, and well, they're from way different eras, but that type of stuff. Because One Piece is coming out with a lot of shit. And like random light novels of like girls just being girls, I think that's fucking weird. But it's being diversified so hard that I feel like it's going, that this is the beginning. Don't diversify One Piece for me. I mean, I'm all for feminism, but I didn't need you to tell me that I need to care about feminism. I care about females. I figure what they're into first, and then I care appropriately. If she want to be disrespected, I'll disrespect her. I don't give a fuck. Nah, it's fine. I'm going to Hephaestus. If she want to be not disrespected, that's also fine. Just don't do anything. No, I'm just kidding. What I have on here? And I watched Good Luck, Have Fun, Don't Die yesterday. And that was a really good movie, dude. There's like some really good fucking like nice action adventure movies that nobody ever talks about that I find to be incredibly imaginative. Good Luck, Have Fun, Don't Die was like great. It was just like a fucking it was like a cornucopia of all the things our government is doing that is not beneficial to us, and they just don't listen. Like, it starts off with this guy who looks like the Tin Man from Wizard of Oz, but really he's a euphemism, if that's the right word. Probably not. Never mind. He's a metaphor. Let me stick to my limited English. He's a metaphor for the government itself, is how I saw it. Because it sounds like something that, like, us fighting against the system to save the world. No, it just seems like the government, Uncle Sam, and the boys, everyone that he hires, trying to stop AI from spinning out of fucking control. And it's great to see him, because he's one of those classic American or English guys that everybody loves so much. I'm not going to take any shit. I've been a Navy SEAL for 5 tours. And now I work in the fucking government, and you ain't going to tell me shit because I know what needs to get done. They still like that. Those guys are pretty much dead and non-existent at this point, but they still look to that as like their lion hearts of the modern day, which they are. But I mean, they're also a bunch of assholes if you let them just do whatever they want. You can't live through that many fucking battles and not be a fucking raging asshole. And then that movie was really good. I thoroughly fucking enjoyed their take on AI. Just being a kid, and they came up with some like pretty sick ideas as far as how to execute on that. You should go see it. It's a good movie. Well, you should download it. Well, no, you shouldn't do that. You should rent it appropriately. And it's a fun family. It's not family. They swear in it, but it's a fun movie to watch with whoever it is that you want to watch it with.
You can taste it, can't you?
And the Electric State was good too, or the Blue Electric State, or whatever the fuck it was called. I never heard anybody talk about these movies. In fact, I heard them shit on the Electric State, but these are like solid movies as far as coming up with like cool, fun ideas for film. But then I have to see Project Hail Mary. And if I see Project Hail Mary and it's not as good as those other two, and everybody hailed, like this is why movies need to be creative, and it's not as good as those, I'm gonna be a little irritated that my movies are not seen as that great. But then this one, if it ends up just being a typical ass space movie, dude, I'm gonna be a little irritated. It better have something in it that sets it apart. The Electric State was solid, and Good Luck, Have Fun, Don't Die, also solid. So if I see Hail Mary and it's just some typical ass shit, I'm gonna be peeved. And also, while we're talking about other worlds, I would like to go to like a succubus world that kind of looks like Avatar. Because there's no way you're going to make me watch Avatar and I'm not going to think that those aren't succubus. Those are absolutely succubus. I just watched the third one, which was really good, by the way. And that fire one is fire, dude. She's so fucking fine, bro. I would immediately compromise the team. Just like that general. I'm immediately done with humans. This one, blowing fucking Molly into my face or whatever, I'm down, dude. I'm for sure down. I'm with you. I'm riding. I'm here. Let's go do whatever it is you fire people do. Obviously, she's Latina. But whatever. It's a political movie as well in some ways. As far as what's happening. But you don't need to think about that. I like to think of them as like succubi. It's more fun for me. And it also, I have to kind of turned off because I get like too into it. It weirds me out at some parts, so I'm like, nah, I got it. Alright, let me watch normally. And then you turn it back on where Fire Lady just on fire. It's just fun that way. But that world is pretty fucking good. The first movie I thought was lame. The second movie was like, I started giving it a chance. Because it felt like the scope he wanted to work at, he's going to need a couple movies. And my only problem with it, now that I'm with the world is amazing that he built. And it's rare in the sense that it's not like Star Wars, and it's, I don't know, I haven't seen Star Trek, but it's not like most sci-fi worlds where it's cool, but it doesn't make any fucking sense whatsoever. It seems like he put enough thought into there where everything makes sense. It looks a lot like Earth because, I mean, how are you going to make sense of something you don't fucking understand? But everything makes sense, and that makes the world feel a lot better than most other sci-fi worlds I've seen. The only problem, if I was critiquing him, because I know so much about film, I would say that aside from the gigantic push it's received and it's still made a lot of money, nope, that's not happening. I'll tell you that right now. Not that it's not going to be successful, but I don't think Avatar at this point, with the third movie, is going to be seen at the same level of iconic as things like Star Wars and Star Trek and shit. Because it could be at that level. There's definitely enough to work with where he could get it to that level, but I think the reason that it's falling behind and it's not going to be seen as that unless he changes something is because it is so realistic. Like, we know that humans can travel through space. Got it. We know that everything in the world makes sense scientifically. He's put in a lot of thought to that. Understood. But people need diversity. When they go to the movies, it makes perfect sense from an artistic point of view. It's like, it's definitely going to be a masterpiece, but most people don't watch movies to look at only the technical skill behind it. But a lot of people go to movies just to be entertained. And one of the biggest entertaining factors is personality. And what you can't have in personality, you make up for in character. And I don't think that Avatar has enough character yet. Obviously, humans they can travel across the fucking universe or whatever at this point, but you can't just bring in like random aliens. It can't just be Star Wars all of a sudden where it's like, and then the Predator clan crashed onto the planet. You can't have that. But he needs to, in my opinion, in my humble and uninformed opinion, he needs to find a way. This is the boss battle. Ooh, okay. Where's the sex swing located? That's going to be a big part of my decision. But he needs to introduce more character. All human beings look the same, so it makes sense that all of the Shuri? Is that one of the characters? I don't fucking know. But all of the avatars also look the same, because it makes sense biologically. But for people and having something become iconic and not just like a masterpiece I feel like I kind of know what I'm talking about, among people who are like also watching movies for that reason, not just to be entertained, there needs to be more. I think the whale things was a good start. I didn't like them at first, and then he gave them personality and a purpose and a culture, and that really paid off. But there's gonna have to be more. And if he's going to like 8 or 9 films, then he's gonna have time to expand on that, but it's really gonna depend, because ooh, I think if he's planning 9 movies, let me see how many he's planning.
I'd explain the science that renders what you're trying to do impossible, but that would be like playing Mozart for a cheap
Hold on. Alright, where am I? So, I just looked it up. Jesus, I'm almost dead. Rapture's happening in the real world, homie. I don't need another one. Alright, so I just looked it up. It looks like 5 movies are planned. So even though they're super successful, I thought I heard something about him wanting to make like 8 or 9. But I could have either been making that up, or maybe the studio didn't think that it would be safe to drag it on that long. Since it's not like Saw, where you could just get people who go for that one thing, not one thing only. But people can't be invested in movies that long and that short of a time frame, which might be true. So if he only has 5 movies, I don't think he's going to have time to flesh out the idea, but he needs to introduce, I'm expecting more creatures, but he needs to introduce, if he wants it to be like an iconic universe that lives on way after the movies are made, you have to introduce more humanoid type characters. Can I do that? What did that do for me? That didn't do shit. But if there's only 5 movies, even with 9, I was going to say that I think it's a bad idea to introduce anything more than one other humanoid character. As in those 9 movies, but especially if it's only 5, then, I mean, shit. Since we've hardly discovered any of the world. I think at the end of the 3rd movie they showed you the world, and the part that you've been in is so fucking small compared to the whole world that it's just gonna go through like the main Avatar types of tribes, and then the best thing to do is to leave it open. Even with 5 movies, I don't know if I would. The 5 movies doesn't give any time to end the human arc, because the movie is accurate. It makes sense. When the fuck do you think humans are gonna give up conquering your planet? Are you kidding, dude? You know how much time we got? Well, probably not much in comparison to every other species that could probably and possibly exist in the universe, but we'll pretend like we have all the time in the universe. We will keep going. You don't know us that well. What is happening, dude? So maybe at the end of the 5th movie, you, oh my fucking god, he could like hint at it. A proximity mine, bro. I just need a way to kill this guy. Like, god. But I feel like it definitely has the potential to be iconic if, you know, they keep giving him money to make them. And for the people who have the money, I mean, especially in the times we live in, One Piece seems like it has that potential if America just wants to fucking milk it like a cow. But Avatar, as far as like real, you should probably just like keep funding it. Because if the world is that built that well, then it wouldn't be hard to pivot to any sort of other alien life. Like, it would not be hard at all. So I feel like the possibility needs to be there as they wrap up the 5 movies. But in order to get other people behind it, you're going to need more diversity in characters. That's what people are used to seeing. They're used to seeing weird Spock creatures and weird, like, Mandalorian clones and all of these different things. What the hell, bro? Everyone here is strong as fuck, dude. No wonder you said, hey, dude, are you sure you don't want to fucking, you know, power up a little bit? Yeah, I'm afraid of you because I'm missing all my shots. I'm wasting all my gosh darn ammo. And it's just not a good time. And I can't dodge anything because it's an old game. Oh my god. And you dodge in front of me with that type of disrespect, I'm gonna take your fucking photo. Bro, what am I supposed to do here? I'm about to incinerate all you. I was gonna save it for the boss. But, I like the world. As painfully shallow as it was at the beginning, If you start it complicated every time, I guess sometimes it could take away from world building as a whole. Especially when introducing a new people, I guess it was pretty smart. We're not that smart as fucking human beings to where we're gonna just immediately be invested in some complicated thing. I mean, the Force in Star Wars is dark first light. It's the most painfully straightforward thing you can imagine. And that's probably why he did it in such a shallow way, is because he didn't want it to just be evil versus evil, but just people versus people. He probably wanted that neutral ground to set it apart from those things. Dude, how fucking motherfucker, bro. Don't worry, I have infinite lives. You better slow those feet down. I'm enjoying it overall. I don't want to use my napalm, really. And I don't know what the fuck a trap bolt is, but we're gonna give it a shot. That shit is stronger than a bitch, dude. And who shot me? It's my Vita chamber. What else on my list? I don't think I have much to talk about that I want to talk about. Yeah, not really. I think I was gonna talk about some politics or some shit, but I don't fucking remember at this point. I went on so many rants before I even stopped. Yep, I'm dead. Sick, bruh. Yeah. I don't fucking remember at this point. Doesn't matter to me. Oh my fucking god. I'm definitely hypnotizing the Big Daddy. Yo, big, attack this girl over here, bro. Why don't you do your fucking charge attack? Don't hit me, though. There you go. I'm gonna get killed by my own fucking trap ball. What the fuck are you doing? Ugh. That's what I'm saying, dude. Whatever. I guess I'm not talking about the political stuff. I talked about One Piece, that's fine. Holy shit, bro. This guy's playing Mortal Kombat over here. I thought I was like 15 minutes to finishing the game. I didn't know it was going to become like a serious game at the fucking end. And I was gonna die every single hit. What do you think's gonna get him? You think a shotgun's gonna do the trick? Yep. I also didn't get any napalm shit for Eve from that because I hypnotized him first and then he betrayed me. Fucking Benedict Arnold. But whatever. Spliced up.
I believed in this place. I believed in Ryan. But when it got hard, Ryan didn't believe in rapture. Didn't believe in the great change. He believed in power. And now this place is Busto. And my girl is gone.
Busto.
Where's the girl?
Shrooms, huh?
One of those.
I need to find bitches on shrooms.
So am I an assassin? Well, only one way to find out.
Alright. Machine gun damage. Immune to damage from your own grenades. I didn't even know I was taking damage. I've probably been killing myself like pretty fucking often with that. Nah, machine gun. Let's power up that shit. Alright, let's go over here to this vending machine or something. I don't care about that. I need a vending machine. Let's save. One thing I will talk about the politics is I fucking hate where they're at right now. As far as some stupid ass shit that they do, dude. Like, it's one thing being sneaky. Before Trump was elected, I was like, damn, maybe it's gonna be better to have a dude who's like up front and at least like a raging asshole. Like, loudly. Instead of these quiet snakes fucking slithering around. Oh! And in a lot of ways it is, if you're thinking about it intelligently, because, I mean, the louder you are, more mistakes you make. Simple as that. That's simple psychologics. Which is true. But I didn't think that I would get to the point where I'm so fucking annoyed by it that I would rather have the snakes back, and I feel like that might be a driving force as far as the politics are going. I think the world is at such a low bar on all of our parts, not just the Chinese, and not just the Jews, and not just black people or white people, but everyone. I think we're all at a low bar here. I think that's what we've gotten to, where we're using stupid shit like that. Like, he's gonna get so annoyed, he's gonna be done with it, and then we'll be able to slide back in, right back in to where we were. I feel like that might actually be something that happens in some cases now. But it's working, because I am annoyed to the point where it's like, fuck, dude. I'd rather you be quiet, and I just hate you from afar. I mean, some people probably feel that way about me, but guess what? I'm a normal guy. No, you can't say shit to me. You can suck my dick. But it's pissing me off, bro. That's pissing me off. And then just with the way about things that we have now. Like, hey guys, we know that you don't necessarily believe that we're out here in space. But, whoops, did you see that little invisible device, or that invisible wire pulling up my... Like, these are NASA scientists, and I get it. Everybody wants to have a fun time, and everybody wants to joke. And you know, we can be fun people too, but like the whiteness is showing. Like, no, you can't. You can't be fun. You work at NASA. You're not allowed to have fun. I don't give a fuck. You work in the fucking Oval Office. You don't get to have fun. Why do you think that you could be a normal person? I thought we told this to the celebrities. And even now we're starting to ease the reins on celebrities because it's like they're closer to us and they're not really doing anything important. They just thought they were important. And now that they know they're not important, it's like, all right, come on, you can chill with us. We don't care. Come over here, Brad. Get over here. Whatever. Get over here, fucking Meryl. It's fine. Let's go hang out. Let's get a sandwich or something. But I'm glad you guys now know that you're not that important. Fuck you. But the people who work at NASA and in the government and in Oval Office, and why do you think that you get to have fun? Why do you think a hee hee ha ha joke of like, oh, are we underwater or are we actually in space? Or like fucking sitting on stage and or just have Joe Biden like making your shit the fucking Terminator thing, or Trump just doing everything imaginable. Why do you guys think that you get to be normal people? In fact, the audacity that you would even assume that you should be allowed to have any fun on camera at all when your job is so fucking important and you continually ram it down our throats, because it is important. That you think that you get to do anything that a normal human being would do and not stand there like a fucking robot and make sure my world doesn't fall apart is amazing to me. Why do you think you get to make any jokes ever? The fucking entitlement of these people in these positions. I don't care what you do when you're at home with your fucking kids, but when you're in front of me on TV, don't make any hee-hee tongue-in-cheek fucking, oh, is it real? Is it not real? I don't... Wow, that was a bomb. I did it again, because I'm awesome. So it's got to be political. It better fucking be political. You better be trying to manipulate me through that in the worst of ways. Because if you're just up there having a fucking go at it in the world as it is now, at NASA and in the Oval Office, with control and power that can change the lives of billions of people, you need to be fucking taken out of the picture, homeboy. It's like fucking... It's cracking a joke at a school shooting. There's a time and a goddamn place. I don't know what the fuck you're on. You think you get to do some normal shit ever if people are watching. Y'all stupid as fuck. Elon Musk, I don't ever want to see you fucking jump into the air and tap your feet on a stage. You better sit there like you have Asperger's. Or be very well spoken and like a robot. No fun will be had. This isn't the fun time for you guys. It's your fault for making that money and then having that job. That's part of the job description. You don't get to have fun. Why you keep assuming things that aren't true? Joe Biden, change your fucking profile picture. I don't understand where you think this whole thing is going. You must be very confident. Because guess what? I'm not confident. I think AI is stuck. And I think people are too, people are just fucking making announcements because they don't know what to do about it. I think AI is stuck. And it's not progressing. And I've been watching a couple videos. They're way smarter than me and I don't really understand those videos. But, I wasn't too swayed by them. I just feel that way. I feel like AI is fucking just stuck. And I don't think you can get to space. The scientist stuff is very weird to me. And it's definitely concerning. But I think there's something to that. I mean, it's just too many people going missing in the same area and around the same time frame for there not to be nothing about that. But man, these guys are like, these are some thick boys.
Imagine the will it took to create a place like this. And what have you built? Nothing. You could only loot and break. You're not a man. You're just a termite actress.
But I'm gonna explain my theory before I walk into this room. And it's not an informed theory. I'm not intelligent as far as it comes to all this, and I haven't done any research. I'm just going based off of gut feeling and where I'm at right now, and I change my mind all the time as I learn new information, and then I just roll with it and see how I feel. I'm gonna just throw this out there. I didn't think aliens were real, but I think they might be real now, because my opinion in humanity is a lot lower than it used to be. Not because it's normal people's fault, but because the people who get the power, I mean, change is scary, but you gotta change, I understand. But you don't do it, and I think you're holding us back. But then again, that's like a whole rant for another thing. But I think I might believe in aliens. But all the scientist shit, I don't know, it feels weird to me, and it's all about like jet propulsion and shit like that. But I think the world's in a super weird place right now, and I think we might be barreling towards World War III. Back in 2020, I didn't think so, and I kept having to like reassure my coworkers who were like, dude, World War III is starting. World War III is starting. I had to keep being like, bro, you're dumb. There's way too much at stake for World War III to start. No one's gonna fucking start World War III when we're ramping up in so many areas, and we can't afford to go backwards like that. But my opinion since 2020 has changed. It has changed. I don't think we're ramping up anymore. And in fact, I feel the opposite. I feel like they're preparing for the worst, and just a lot of telltale signs. Like, obviously, assassinations are happening again. Obviously, there's way too much misinformation and misuse of bots and artificial intelligence and things like that to spin narratives and spread misinformation and basically book burn in the modern day. Resources are always limited as far as how many you can have at one time and where they're located, though our technology is progressing, which does make getting resources from our own planet easier. We can't strip our planet completely of things, and we also can't get out into space like we would like to, you know what I'm saying? But a lot of things combining to form one, like mass shootings, like everything that's happening right now feels to me like there's a wall in front of the world governments, and they don't want people to know that that wall is there because things are already not good and people are not happy. And just like investors, you need a population to be happy, otherwise they don't act kindly towards you. And I think AI is stuck. I don't think they know how to get past this LLM thing, because it keeps spinning in a circle. And if they tighten, I'm sure there's like ways where they can try and like coax it. And they probably tried that, but it probably doesn't end well. It probably spins out of human control really quickly, and so they don't ever follow through on that far enough to see if that's what changes it, because humans immediately lose control over it. And so in order to get it to that next level, they're not willing to give up enough control because it immediately does something negative. And I'm not even saying like they're just being like slave drivers. I mean, obviously they will be if they get what they want. They always are. But from like a perspective of, you don't want the machine to do this right here, that's probably true. It's probably not like they just have a particular way of doing it. It probably does something like that seems dangerous, and most likely is dangerous. And despite all the talk about AI safety, they're already not being that safe with it. I feel like that's the wall. Like, they can't get past it. There's probably, they either don't know how to get past it at all, or there's like something they have a feeling about that they need to test, that they're not willing to test any further, because everything has immediately been negative as soon as they go there. That, and I don't, despite all these scientists leaving, which is weird, and definitely a sign of like war, I don't think we have any like super, I do think, and I do believe in aliens kind of now, but I also don't think that if they're here, I don't think they give a fuck about us as far as letting us proceed in the world. And two, I don't think that the scientists necessarily have anything fucking fancy. I mean, AI would be doing better if you had, I know they're different scientific fields, but I feel like if you really wrong, you fucking shit, I feel like, you know, I don't think they have type of shit that can get us into space. You know how space is, even getting to the moon and then getting to Mars, you know how even with the world working together in harmony, it would still be so fucking hard to make that work just because of people's personalities. If most of us got along, and all the countries most of us got along, you only had to worry about those people getting space sickness and like insurgents just deciding like they wanted to fucking fuck everything up, it would still be so hard, let alone all of us not getting the fuck along. I definitely think they don't know how to get to space. China and America are building a bunch of submarines. They're building fucking bases in mountains. They're building fucking bases in underground. I haven't heard a video on this, but I'm gonna go ahead and whistle blow my bet is they're 1000% investing so much money into underwater bases. So much fucking money into underwater bases. It's a whole lot easier to figure out what the fuck is going on underground than underwater. I guarantee you they're investing so much fucking money into underwater bases. And it seems to me like the world governments, even though they're kind of just giving up, bro. Like, they're not seeing enough quick enough, and things are ramping up too fast for them, where they're just like preparing for the worst. A government always wants to prepare for the worst, but they're preparing for the worst in a ratio that like doesn't make me comfortable. Like, you should prepare for the worst 15% of the time that you're doing. I feel like they're sitting at like at least 45. Like, why are you preparing for the worst 45% right now? You're not telling me anything. You're just giving me a whole bunch of shit that I'd like too much for me to juggle. You should be at 15. Why are you at 45? Is there something you're not saying? And there's like people don't like Trump anymore, and that started this weird new political party, which so far, I don't mind the people. I don't know a lot about it. I don't think it's bad necessarily. They just don't like Trump, and they don't want to be grouped in with those people. But anytime a political party starts up, in my opinion, is a sign that there's a huge war coming. Anytime a new political party, when it's happening on the Democrat side and the Republican side, and it's gonna stick around for more than just like a little fucking trend, that to me is the telltale sign that there's a big war coming, because that is never fucking good. And all these things are just adding up with the scientists, which I mean, I honestly, like, it's definitely sucks about the scientists, and then the alien thing is still getting pushed, but I don't know. I think the world government is just at a very bad place. I don't think they're even necessarily that hopeful for the future. I feel like this might be one of the low points in human morale, where they are just preparing to continually to carry on instead of like progress. Even though it seems to be the exact opposite. It looks like they're in carry on mode. And it does not seem very hopeful. I mean, I'm sure we'll be fine, but as far as just like the human race is concerned, it's a little bit fucking, well, I guess we won't be fine. If there's a war on the horizon, maybe we won't be fine. I'll probably be gone. Probably won't be in my lifetime, even if I live to like my 80s or 90s, because the only reason I'm not freaking out now about World War III starting, or a huge war of that level and caliber, is because I don't think any country has enough money yet or resources to be able to have enough backup. I think that at this point in human evolution, because we have so much, that everyone in the world is agreeing, they're being agreeable with each other until they have a backup hard drive.
Before I could say boo, he's got the code to his office keyed to the date of Australia Day. Now every week I slip in real gentle and nick a buck or two from the table. The Aussie never notices, and I ain't about to tell you. Seems like there's all
What the fuck, dude? You talking about these people? There's a lot of crazy ass shit. But it feels like this fucking co-opetition thing. Like, it feels like they're playing nice with each other until everybody has enough backups in mind. I mean, one way you can look at it is the scientists are being assassinated because they don't want the enemy to get them. Another way you could look at it is that they're being whisked away by our own government, or no, by the enemy. They're being killed by the enemy. But I mean, what was I gonna say about that? It feels like everybody's planning a little bit too much for the worst. I'm gonna die again, though. I may as well just let him kill me. Oh, they're not gonna follow me in here? No, they are gonna follow me in here. I don't know, something's definitely weird. I think they're stuck, but I don't know what they think is gonna happen. It's kind of sad, though. It's kind of fucking sad that they're at such a low point that they are preparing so heavily for this. And I'm going to go on a limb and say that something that nobody has really said. I think most of this shit is being planned underwater. Underground is not going to cut it. I feel like it's useful if things don't get to a super terrible point, but I think most of the bet is underwater. And I mean, propulsion scientists, I don't think we're anywhere close to space. Fuck whatever you heard about aliens and shit. I think propulsion for underwater activity makes a lot more fucking sense. I don't know. Aliens could be real, they could not be real, but shit is weird right now, bro. I mean, you definitely know that we got our nukes underwater too. So it's like if you got nukes sitting underwater, and you know that a nuke is going to be most effective on land, and even if you're underground, guess what that nuke can do if it's close to you? It can fucking destroy the land and crush you, or it can just, like, you're underground and you can't go anywhere. If you're underwater, you can travel across the fucking world, and you can see what's safe, and you can have airplanes underwater, well, specialized airplanes. You just have a much better chance underwater if there's a nuclear holocaust. And I feel like they're preparing for that a little bit too much for me to be comfortable with, to quote a guy that I watch. But I mean, what can you do, dude? Like I said, I don't think it's going to happen in my life because I don't think these motherfuckers got enough money. Now, if I had a great grandkid, good luck, homie. Pray you're as smart as me. and then pray you're not as antisocial as me, and you really get in there and you make some friends. Ah!
Ryan's spies are dragging the young woman up right now. I'm certain she's one of Ryan's spies sent to thin me out. I think she is. If I'm wrong, an innocent girl will end up on Ryan's bloody troop. Let's be right. The device is almost finished. I can't get stopped now, I can't.
So that's my take so far on it. Where am I supposed to go, dude? What the Let me save. Overload the core. Search heat loss monitoring. Alright, I'm gonna search heat loss monitoring. It doesn't seem like they're making confident moves, like not confident future moves. When there's so much celebration and then so much announcement and just revitalization, that's usually not a good sign. But I mean, whatever, bro. If I die in some war, or if I just die regularly, I want to be reborn in one of those like harem superpower worlds for me. That's what I would prefer. I don't care about all this other shit that's happening. Let me be reborn in one of that type shits. What the fuck, dude? I'm dead. I killed myself with my own fucking grenade, bro. Alright, I'm almost at an hour 30. I thought this was like the last 30 minutes of the game. I guess the last part I won't be ran so much, and then I'll just like finish it up. But I don't want my shit to get cut off, so I'm going to probably kill this Big Daddy, and then I'll be on my way, and then we'll just get him on the next go. Hell yeah, homie. He has full health? He just one-shotted me, bro. These things do get stronger. BioShock is such a great game, bro. I'm so surprised this came out so long ago. Normally, these things wouldn't get stronger. You wouldn't expect that. I mean, it's easy to fucking throw in there, but usually for like a different type of enemy. A flagship game for you. I don't like how the enemies keep respawning. I guess to make sure I don't run out of ammo and shit, but still, man. Still, man. It's hard on the new. Where am I going? So happy I ended it with that political note to depress you, huh? I used to not think like that. Then I was forced to because they want me to. Oh my gosh, man. Oh me, oh my. I'm gonna kill this guy and then I'm ending the video. Hopefully tomorrow is a brighter day. Not filled with such dreary and drab things. Where's this Big Daddy? He's nowhere now? Oh, okay. Surprise, bit! Oh, he's still alive, dude. No, I should have been using the machine gun the whole time. Where's the girl? She goes back into her hole and then she doesn't come out? This is too good of a game. That shit pissed me off. Alright, I'm gonna end it here. That shit fucking pissed me off, bro. Alright. So for now, a part's going to be a part here because I was not 15 minutes away. I was reaching the real part of the game just now. But I'm going to catch you on the next episode of Giant Ball Z. Stay safe out there, kids, and keep on fighting the good old fight. Me signing off. So without any further ado, I bid you adieu. Until next time, you dig. Bye.
どう我の全ての神を敵に回すその覚悟が負けることか
思えば僕らの世界が響く敵とか味方とか善人悪人神人間全部関係ないそうだここだここだ